family. Thank you so much for joining in on Home Tips with Mira. Today on the show, we are going to learn how to gut a chicken. Yeah, see, I have my chicken right here. You know, I'm doing this because most of my friends, I know them. I don't want to mention their names. They don't know how to do it. So I'm just taking this opportunity to show you how to gut a chicken and how to cut it into different parts for whatever purpose you want to use it for. Thank you so much. Please stay with me. I'll be right back. All right, so we are going to weigh our chicken about 3.2 kg. I just want to share a little tip with you. If you are in your kitchen and you realize that your knife is a bit blunt, what you can do is that just get a mag like this, just place it upside down and take your knife and rub it. Just run it gently at the edge of the mag. Do it consistently for some time and it will, as a first aid or something, it will just sharpen your knife for you. So I'm just going to do that for a while. Let me just wash it. Good. All right, so now we are ready to gut our chicken. If you cannot slaughter it yourself, get somebody to slaughter it for you. After that, just boil water and place the chicken inside for about a minute, 30 seconds to a minute. It will help you to remove all the feathers. And when you do that, also remember to dip the legs into the hot water. There are scales on the legs. It will also help you to remove all the scales of the legs. I've done all this before putting my chicken on the board to cut. So we are going to start by cutting the legs. So like I said, you cut through the joint in between the thigh and the leg. There you go. It's so easy, you see. So whilst cutting, you bend it and put it down. You do the same thing here. All right, so now you have the two legs. What next? Before you forget, you see the nails? You just have to use your scissors, pair of scissors to cut the nails. Or you can as well use your knife to do that. The next thing to do after you cut the legs and the head is that you are going to cut the wings. Raise it up a bit and then start under the armpit. And cut it. Voila! So just take your knife and run it down the body. We've cut, so push it open like this. Just cut and naturally it will just detach itself. If you are grilling it, then of course you might want to leave it like this, but if you are using it for a stew, then I would advise you that you cut it into two. So we would now want to separate the rib from the breast. So how do we go about it? Take your knife again, hold the skin just at the throat side, then you hold this, that's the esophagus, and pull it and separate it from the neck. Raise it up and you see, run your finger at the back of the chicken like this. You see that there's a joint, so pick your knife and cut through the joint. Have you seen how I'm cutting it? You are not cutting the whole thing, because if you cut, it will cut the rib. So you are just cutting. It's just very short. Then you slide it. It will help you to detach the ribs from the breast. Yeah, so now you separate the breast from the ribs. The part of the rib is where holds the intestines and the liver and the gizzard and the bowel. That thing, when you are cutting it, you have to be very careful because it is very bitter. And if you cut it because you just want to enjoy your liver, It's so much, it's attached to the liver. So when you're cutting it, you have to be very careful. But if you're a fan of the liver and you say that, oh, you want to enjoy the liver, if you don't cut it correctly, all your meat will spoil. See how beautiful the chicken looks. But now we are going to learn about how to gut. And what do I mean by gut? Just cut the legs off and the neck, and just make a little incision down there and put your hands deep and bring out all the intestines. Hold the skin up like this. So you just cut. I have to come to the top of the chicken here, and then I'm just going to also make another incision here, just through the skin, so that it will help me to separate the esophagus from the neck. So that's it. Pull it. You just have to use these fingers like this, okay, and push it right inside the chicken. Remember, you have to do it gently because the bowel is there. And if you forcibly do it, the bowel will burst, and that's the end of your chicken. So gently. Let it go deep. Yeah. And pull it. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. Now everything has come out. So the intestines is so connected to the anus. So you pick your knife and you cut gently. Be very careful when you are separating the two. If you don't, if you mistakenly cut the bowel, everything will just be bitter. You cannot eat it. Even if you wash it under running water, forget about it. So if you don't want any trouble, you can just dispose everything. But if you are somebody who enjoys your liver and your gizzard, please take time to separate the two. So this is the bowel. You need precision to cut it. Gently. Put my gizzard down and just put these things into the container. Just run your knife around it like this. Right? Open it like this. And then just get the particles out. There's a natural lining in the gizzard, so you just continue to remove it and everything will just come off. So now my chicken is ready. I have the neck, I have the legs, gizzard, and the liver. I'm just going to wash it nicely, and then I'll just stack everything into the chicken. I just put all these things inside. That's the neck, the gizzard, liver, and the legs. I've pushed everything inside. So this is the whole chicken. And this is my Ziploc bag. It's so nice and presentable if you are going to gift it to somebody. Just bring the air out. Press it to bring the air out. Voila! My chicken is ready. So you can keep this chicken in your freezer and use it at a later date. Or like I said, you can just gift it to somebody. Thank you so much for sticking and staying with Home Tips with Mira. I appreciate you a lot. I thank you for your time. I am so grateful. You know how we do it. So please kindly remember to watch me on this same channel. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See ya. Bye-bye.